I want to be able to help people the way I was helped. I love those moments when I put something on somebody and I just see them brighten up. Big influence in me is that I grew up in our family-owned business in Weaverville for years, and we were in business for 3 generations at that store. My grandfather had started it. I worked in it as a kid. I got a job fighting fire with the Forest Service, and worked 2 seasons out of Junction City on a tanker crew, and I was lead sawyer one of those summers, and so a lot of chainsaw work, and obviously during that time didn't protect my hearing very well, and then later I went into construction, and of course all those things kind of added too. As if that wasn't enough, I play the drums, and so played a lot of music throughout my life, and so that accumulation had added to my hearing loss over time. So when I really noticed that I was having difficulty with my hearing, I knew I was missing my daughters, a lot, and finally my wife at some point said, the girls think that you're ignoring them. They're telling you important things, and you're turning around and walking off thinking that, you're just not part of that conversation. And I realized I really needed to do something. Most of my concern about wearing a hearing instrument was because I was afraid of what people might think of me, or, might think that I was getting older, or that it was some sort of handicap, when in fact it was just another tool, to be able to keep me engaged in life and maximize my potential in the world, really. I met Ken after I was referred to him by my general practitioner. He was really helpful in that because he was a little younger than I was, and he'd been wearing hearing aids all of his life. And here was this guy that was successful and doing a great job with hearing instruments, and he just really helped me through that. He just said, you just got to get over it. It is what it is. You're just hurting yourself if you're not hearing better. Everybody already knows you can't hear, So that was really a kind of an eye-opening thing, like I'm afraid people will think I'm hard of hearing. Well, they already know you're hard of hearing. Too late for that, so why not do something about it? So that's what I did. The best move I ever made. Never looked back. Got hearing instruments, and it changed my life. It literally changed my life, and it continues to. I have a great quality of life because I'm able to go out and be so active. They don't hold me back. They're what allow me to get out there and do more. I'm a guy that loves to fly fish. I fly fish the high country. Horseback, not as much as I used to when my dad could do it with me, but I still have mules and horses, and pack in the Trinity Alps. I mountain bike a lot on our trail system around Weaverville, and my hearing aids are always with me. They stay on my head. If I'm out mountain biking, I want to be able to hear those mountain lions if they're sneaking up behind me. I want to hear that rattlesnake if I put my foot down someplace I shouldn't, and know that it's there. And I want to hear the birds, and I want to hear the waters, and I want to hear the wind in the pine trees and the fir trees, and I want all those things that's just as life is full of sound, and so yeah, they're with me all the time. We used to just be involved in fitting hearing instruments and helping people hear better. Well, now we're in the business of connectivity, because that's what it's all about. It's keeping people connected, and those are very exciting things, because hearing loss isolates you. You have hearing loss, you get pushed off into the corner, and nobody wants that. The people that I see in our office that are the most successful in the aging process are those people who stay connected, and want to stay in the game. Those are the ones who I look up to as well. Those are my inspirations. Hearing loss is a progressive disease. If you don't deal with your hearing loss, especially as things get more severe, the brain atrophies and it starts to forget what words sound like, and the word recognition scores can get worse. And when that happens, that doesn't come back. The other thing that doesn't come back are those opportunities for you to connect with people. Sometimes it's a once in a lifetime. And if you miss that sweet thing that somebody says to you, or that sharing that they have in their life, that opportunity may never come around again, and you didn't hear it. So don't put it off. It's really a critical part of all this, is that, do it now.